Hi everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. To wrap up my series on women, I want to read Proverbs 31:11-31. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of his life. She looks for wool and flax and works with her hands in delight. She is like merchants' ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises also while it is still night and gives food to her household and portions to her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. From her earnings she plants a vineyard. She girds herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She senses that her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out at night. She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hand grasps the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor and stretches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies belts to tradesmen. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she smiles at the future. She opens her mouth in wisdom, and teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and bless her. Her husband also, and he praises her, saying, "Many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all." Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the product of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. Now there's a lot here, but I think it's very, very important. This, by the way, is written by a woman. And this woman is saying what a woman should be, how she should conduct herself. Now let's go through this a little bit. Verses 11 and 12, this woman treats her husband well, and he gains from her. 13 to 15, she takes care of her family. 16 to 19, she's a hard worker and she's wise in business. 20 to 21, she looks out for the needs of others. Verse 22, she dresses well. Verse 23, because of her, her husband is respected. Verse 25, she does not fear the future. Verse 26, she speaks with wisdom and kindness. 27 to 29, she is blessed by her family. Verse 30, she is praised by God. Verse 31, she is praised because of her works. Now, a lot of this stuff modern women are looking for. They want to be useful. They want to hold a job. They want to be able to do to dress well and to be able to do things financially and so, quote, climb the corporate ladder. But this goes beyond that. She always puts the needs of her family first, according to these verses. Now, maybe you don't have a husband, but there still comes a time when you have to put the needs of others first. And in a society where they tell women, get everything you can, put yourself first, make sure you are happy. These verses say it's not about you. And that's the truth. The life is not about you. And you have to, what about my needs? What about my desires? When you start fulfilling the needs and desires of others, your needs and desires will also be fulfilled. Remember, a woman's primary reason for being created was to be a helper. And a woman is truly blessed when she starts helping others. And especially in a marriage, if she is out to help her husband advance, he will in turn help her meet the needs and desires that she has. It is a give and take, especially in a marriage. Now, yes, the primary function of a woman is to be a wife and a mother. That does not mean she cannot have a job. We read in Proverbs 31, this woman has a job. She deals in real estate. She makes things, and everything she touches turns to a blessing for someone else and for her. So let's take the ideas and the mentality of modern society, if we can even call it modern, because nothing's really changed, and stop focusing on yourself, ladies, and start focusing on helping others, putting the needs of others first, because ultimately that's what God calls us all to do. The world wants women to put yourself first, but that was not God's intention, and that certainly doesn't help anybody but you. You will be truly blessed when you start serving others. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.